What is up, guys? Mr. Lee Redmond here. Welcome back to episode number 2 of the Linton Hotspur story. We have got, as you can see, to middle of September. I was planning on actually doing the Newburgh Juniors Alex Jack Cup match as the next live match of the series. However, due to some issues while recording, I've actually had to skip on a little bit, but there's a few things to go through. We'll get all through that first. Then we'll have a look at the league game that we're about to play, and that'll be it for this one. But we'll start off with the staff. We've got 2 new staff members in. They are the scouts I was going for in the last episode. So we had Josh Cameron and Billy Boyd. So I've now got 2 scouts, which will massively help in getting info on the players. So that will massively help in the future. We have got a fair few transfers as well, so we'll have a look at them. We've got, we knew about Ben Fitton, Liam Strong, Jordan Elliott, Ronan Cleland, another left back who is actually going to be the first choice left back. He came in on a free transfer, so I did say I wanted to get backup left back and right back as well, or at least another left back and right back, so that I can at least have 2 in each position. So I have got Ronan Cleland at left back, and he is the first choice left back. I've got Sam Gibson, who is my main keeper. So I needed another keeper as well, as I only had the one. So I've now got a second one in Sam Gibson, and he is actually the main keeper as well. As you can see, his stats, to be honest, are actually not that bad for someone of 23 and of this level. So who knows what could happen? I mean, I'm going to say who knows what could happen. Nothing's going to happen, like improving his skills, because we've got no facilities, which we wouldn't expect at this level. We actually have Andrew McIntyre, who is the backup right back. Or not backup right back, sorry, a second right back. He did start the first game after I signed him, but as you can see, he is injured. So he's got a couple of days to go, but he actually did pull his knee ligaments, so he has been out for a couple of games. And then the final one, which is Cameron McDougall, another defensive mid, or someone who can play centre mid as well. I did need like one position, like one more player in defensive mid. I do have 2, but another one also can play centre mid as well. So I've kind of got backups, or a second defensive mid and now a second centre mid. So that is good to have. We've got people in all positions now, or I'd say all positions. I'll rephrase that: 2 in each position. So we've got Sam and Peter Stevenson as keepers. We've got 3 defensive mids, so I do have a backup. 3 left backs in Cleland, Curry, and Hunter. But I also have 2 right backs in McIntyre and Hunter as well. So you have defensive mids. I do only have 1 centre mid, apart from Ben Fitton, who can go there if need be. So I do have backups there. Backups across the attacking range as well, and also strikers. So I've at least got 2 players in every single position, which is what I always want to do, just in case we get injuries. And we've had 2 injuries, which were McIntyre and Angus Henderson. They're both, well, McIntyre's still technically injured, he's got 4 days to go. Henderson is actually back in training. I did actually bring in Ben Fitton as the second attacking mid, but he's also pretty decent in centre midfield. As I've said, we've got quite a few games done, so let's have a look at those. So you saw the Logelly Albert game, and was that the only game I did? I can't remember. You saw the Logelly Albert game, and then we've gone on a bit of a mad cup one. We lost 1-0 at Oakley United, thanks to an 84th minute goal. Just one of those games where you could tell that it, like, the first half was quite even. Second half, there was no highlights whatsoever until their goal. You just had this feeling. I just knew that when the highlights started, it was going to be a goal. And unfortunately, proved to be right. Oakley winning 1-0. We then played the first of a double header against Stonyburn. We started with the East of Scotland Qualifying Cup, and it was quite comfortable, to be fair. Dan McLeod with a penalty, and then Kieran Cadden with a double in the second half saw us through into the second round of the qualifying cup, where we take on Tweedmouth in the next round. We then played Stonyburn again, this time in the league, just as comfortable. We were 4 0 up at half time. Paul Hunter scoring, Liam Strong once again scoring a goal, Roland Cleland actually scoring on a debut, and John McCauley rounding off on the half hour mark. They did get a goal in the second half, but it's too late by then. The game was over. We then had the first round of the South Challenge Cup against Kilsyth. Again, it's a bit like the Oakley game was a little bit frustrating. I was 1-0 up. They started to come back into it, and then with 2 minutes to go, they went and equalised. There wasn't anything that happened in uh, extra time, but we then ended up losing on penalties. Ben Fitton and yes, Sam Gibson, who's my fourth choice penalty taker, missing penalties. Um, when you look at the penalty stats from my team, they're not great. And at that time, Ben Fitton was actually fourth best taker. We then beat Bathgate Thistle at home in the King's Cup. Ben Fitton again, Liam Strong again, and Kieran Cadden scoring all within the first. Well, Ben and Liam Strong in the first half, and then Kieran Cadden rounding off with 10 minutes to go, putting us through into the second round and setting us up with an away game at Dunnypace. And then the next game was Newburgh Juniors, where I was intending to come back. I did get about halfway through before the slight issue happened. But as you can see, and annoyingly, it was a 5-0 win. Archie Baird put us 1-0 up within 50 seconds. And then Kieran Cannon making it 2-0 just 6 minutes later. Not much happened for the rest of that half. And then just after half time, Kieran Cannon scoring 2 goals in 5 minutes to complete his hat trick, made it 3 and then 4-0. And then Reese Duncan came on to complete the scoring a couple of minutes ago to win 5-0. And we are home to Kennaway Star Hearts in the second round of that one. So we'll see how that goes. We then lost 3-2 against Livingston United. This was quite annoying. Daniel McLeod put us 1-0 up with a penalty. We were quite dominant for the rest of the half. They were having chances here and there, but not really that much. And then, as you can see, we had a mad 3 minutes. They went and equalised. Keeper really should have saved it. Got beaten his front post, which made it 1-1. Kieran Lynch then scored a free kick to make it 2-1. Keeper potentially could have done better again, but it was in off the post. Went straight from kickoff, a Johnny Wilson own goal equalised. But then in 95th minute, the highlights started. Just knew what was going to happen next. And then Ollie Penrice put them 3-2 up. And that was literally it. And that is our first league defeat of the season. Can't complain too much because it literally switched around against Edinburgh. Campbell Cummins, who'd come in for the injured Cadden, started the scoring just before or just after the half hour mark. Daniel McLeod, from about 30 yards out, made it 2-0 on the stroke of half time. Scott Gill pulled one back. This was after they'd actually had a goal disallowed for offside, I think. And then with 10 minutes to go, Michael Kerr made it 2-2. But in the second minute of added on time, Liam Strong picked up the ball inside his own half and then hit it from about 20 yards to make it 3-2. So we managed to nick a win in the dying minutes after losing a point in the dying minutes previously. So I suppose I can't really complain too much. And that was the final game we have played. We'll have a look at the table. We are fourth. We are 1 point behind Bathgate Thistle, a couple of points behind Livingston, and 4 behind Hart Hill Royal. As you can see, our game today is Howick Royal Albert at home, and it is the only game of the section as well. So I think this is our game in hand from having, not game in hand, but one of our rearranged games. I think we were due to play on the fourth weekend, the week after our um, like bye week, as you can call it, and it got moved. I think due to me playing in the cup. So this is that catch-up game. So we'll get that one going. As you can see, we've, like I said just now as well, we've got cups been like rearranged. They're all, quite often or not, you'll see like three or four cups being played around the same time at different teams and stuff. So we've got Tweedmouth Rangers, I believe it is, in the East of Scotland qualifying cup second round. After this game, Dunny away in the King's Cup second round, and then Kenaway Star Hearts at home in the Alex Jack Cup. Finance wise, it's not going too great. We are almost 2,000 in debt. I noticed that we pay out quite a bit of money at the end of each month. The cup games bring in okayish money, but it's all about the league games, as they bring in a couple £100 at least each game. These next two league games at home will hopefully be a massive help to us. But we'll have a look at the facilities, something which, I mean, it's completely non-existent. I mean, I was going to say non-existent. We don't even have any, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, if we're going up the leagues, then maybe we'll do something. But yeah, so next game is Warwick Royal Alberts United. So let's get that game going. As you can see, we got a second. The next round of the South Challenge Cup, which if obviously we won, we would have been in. I am just going to make a quick couple of changes to the bench. I think we'll leave it just like that, actually. Just so we've got a bit more cover. Cadden is actually back, so we'll stick him in. But yeah, that's the changes. So we'll get the game going. Home to Warwick Royal Albert. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. Good chance to move into the top three, especially if we go and win the game. Here we go. First highlight. Elliot wins the ball. Plays it to Hunter. Baird is on the ball. Macaulay. Back to McLeod. To McDougall. To McLeod. All the way back to Gibson, who plays it to Baird again. Gets it to Cleland. We're now moving forward a little bit. Macaulay strong. Baird. McDougall. Macaulay. Before taking too much of Cleland across. Cadden puts it over. I think Cadden and Liam Strong are our biggest goal scorers. I think they've got like 5 and 6 each, I think. After that, I think the next person's on like 2. Cross cleared for Burke. Plays it to Kelly. We're closing him down. That's not too much. Oh, well done, Elliot. Plays in. Cadden. Oh, he puts it wide. Come on, boys. Let's not do this again. We do have quite a few chances, which we just don't take. I suppose that is football. So we'll see see how this goes. Hopefully we won't be made to rue missing those chances. Right, corner. Hunter takes it. Puts it in. Cadden doesn't make it. Cadden shoots and he scores. Nice. 1-0. It's been coming. Finally got there. Kieran Cadden again as well. I think that's his 7th, I think it is, of the season. Can have a look at that after this game. Cleland with a thrown down by Flag. Strong plays in. Cleland again. Oh, just lofted up there for the keeper to take. Pings it down the field. McLeod wins the header. Macaulay to McDougall. Plays it out wide to Hunter. Plays down the line. Gives it back to McDougall. Crosses it. Cadden makes it 2-0. Yeah, makes it 2-0. Wasn't too sure if he was offside there. And that is 2-0 just on the stroke of half time. Oh, another chance before half time. Cleland to Macaulay. To Baird. To McDougall. Is he going to play? Nope. Inside Fitton. Elliott. 3-0. Nice. We do this sometimes where we just are unstoppable. Another one. Hunter plays the ball in. We don't win that one. They clear it, but Strong is going to get there. Is he going to play it back to Hunter? No, into McDougall. Plays it to Macaulay. I'm probably going to take him off at halftime because I don't like he's on the yellow card. McDougall to Baird. Playing it around. Cleland. Going to get down the byline. Plays it to Macaulay. Poor ball. They're going to break. I think that was pretty sure that was I'm pretty sure that was Macaulay that made that challenge. So with that being said, I am going to take him off because it'll be quite frankly scaring me. Put Johnston in. Strong. We'll bring Duncan on. Strong is doing okay, but we'll give Duncan a chance. In fact, we're 3-0 up. 3 goals in 7 minutes as well. Didn't actually realise that. Shows how much I pay attention. Even more so after missing the fact that we were the ones that went 1-0 up in the first game of the season. Oh, Elliott wins the ball there. To Johnston. Out to Cleland. McDougall. It's it. Ooh. Going to make some changes in a minute. Cleland wins the ball to Duncan, keeps it in, it's back to Baird. Oh, I thought he was going to get tackled then. McDougall to Johnston, plays it for the gap to Duncan. Could have cut that back. Johnston. Oh, he hits the bar. Alright, 65th minute. We're going to make some changes because team's knackered. First one is Elliott coming off for Malice, just because again he's on a yellow. Cleland for Curry because he's absolutely knackered. And we'll leave one for the moment. Going into the last 20. Ten minutes to go. We will take off McLeod because he's not going to bring an Armstrong. That's the last sub of the game. Not much has really happened since that last highlight. Coming up to 3 minutes added on time. And there we go. 3-0 win. Nice and comfortable. And that moves us into second. 1 point behind Hart Hill Royal. Couple of points clear of Bathgate in fourth. And yeah, great win to end the video there. Let's have a look at the stats for the team. I'm already on it. Leading goal scorer is Kieran Cadden on 8. Assists is Liam Strong with 6. Got 5 goals as well. Players are wanted. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. I know it's only one game, but there's quite a bit to get through. And we will go back to 2 games after this, as there shouldn't be any transfers. We'll have a couple of cup games, but that's it. Like I said, that is it for this episode, guys. Leave some likes, leave some comments, subscribe. As always, take it easy.